All righty, so we got Josh Jacobs. More on that. There's a backstory on how he almost committed to the Missouri Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to say yes, but then Alabama came in to save the day. This was in 26. Wow, like where he was saying he was like New Mexico State. New Mexico State was his first offer. Wow. Oklahoma, Missouri were following after him. And like Drew Lock was showing him around. That's nice right there.
Yeah. He was a late bloomer, shall we say. And I don't mean that in any other context other than recruiting. I mean, Oklahoma, he was the man. And everybody in Oklahoma knew this guy. Oklahoma was trying to, recruited him, wanted to sign him. But he came on the radar kind of late as far as Alabama. What we know and I remember with regard to Alabama recruiting, he came on board late. But when people saw, video and looked at what he brought to the table, then all of a sudden everybody was like, so he was kind of kind of late to the game. Not his fault, but recruiting Alabama. But the good news is Saban doesn't, he's going to go to the, he's going to dig in the haystack and he's going to find that needle. And evidently Burton Burns was the guy recruiting him and found him and saw him, was impressed, and told him, interested in you. But Alabama already had scholarships already offered out, but he told him there's one guy, we got a guy that may not make it academically, but we would love, if that does not pan out, we won't know until, a couple of weeks. And if he does not pan out, does not qualify, then, we have this scholarship for you. And evidently Josh took that to heart. And then at the last second, I think it was signing date. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody else can correct me. I think signing date, they called him and said, look, he was all ready to go to Missouri. Look, we didn't qualify, and we've got the scholarship for you. And lo and behold, and to his credit, it's a good decision. I think he made a great decision coming to Alabama.
There we go.
And the thing with him is, he's there with Najee Harris, Damian Harris, the Harris, remember? Josh Jacobs. Look at that. Look at what you got there, Najee, Damian, Josh Jacobs. You are loaded. And I if I remember listening to him, he said that he was like number 2.5 on the depth chart. But he produced. And, and everybody, once they saw him play and once they, and he battled adversity. I know he had, a leg problem and, but came back and played. And every time he was given an opportunity, he produced. And, you're looking at professional scout, you look and you're watching tape and and obviously, number one, Saban's hiring, not hiring, but he's recruiting quality individuals. So, it's, here you got a guy that can play immediately.
Yeah. And it's like we said earlier tonight, he has the mentality of a winner, and, Alabama saw that. And I can't help but think, what if he had signed with Missouri? Because, Missouri was coming off the final year of the Gary Pinkel era. 2015, Pinkel retired out of the blue. Barry Odom takes over.
Yeah.
Would we have seen a continuation of what Pinkel had built together? Or would it have just been the same record either way? That's just something I can't help but think about.
Well, and that I'll guarantee you this: Missouri's offense would have been a lot more dynamic with Josh Jacobs in the backfield. And the thing with him was he was such a good pass catcher. Not only great, obvious, great running back, but out of the backfield, the guy could. He had hands of glue, and once he caught the ball, he could do. So yeah, Missouri. Oh, You know they had to Barry Odom had to be losing that guy to Alabama.
Yeah, because I'm looking at 2016 season. Missouri was 4-8 that year, and they were missed the bowl game because of like postseason bans and all that. But the fact of the matter is also, I don't think they would have been getting smacked off the face of the earth all that much. Like maybe they would have had some close games here and there. And oh man, 26-11 losing to West Virginia. I don't
Yeah,
think that I don't think that would have happened if Jacobs was there.
yeah. And then you're looking at how smart Josh Jacobs. I mean, where's the best opportunity for me? All right, going to Missouri or at the last second Alabama offers. All right, so what's the best opportunity for me to create value for myself? And definitely wasn't Missouri. So it was kudos to him for
There you go.
choosing Alabama, and kudos for him for Najee Harris and Damian Harris, and I mean he's in the backfield with a lot of talent. And you know who showed him around?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. So I mean, dang man, that's some crap right there. Old Saban, man, that guy could recruit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He knew what was up.
Yeah,
He knew something that everybody else didn't.
he knew character. He just knew character. I mean, look at Jalen. I mean, Josh. I mean, these guys are high character individuals. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if a lot of some coaches do. You know, I like Lane Kiffin. I like Lane Kiffin. I think great coach. And even I think DeBoer would do a great job at Alabama if they would have hired Lane Kiffin. But I don't know if Coach Kiffin really goes deep diving into character or just numbers and what you see on film. Do you go to their house? Do you see their family? Do you look at do you go to the schools, talk to the principals, talk to the teachers? Because I can tell you, being a teacher and a coach or whatever, I would have coaches come in my classroom asking me about players. You know what I'm saying? Recruiting. And so I don't know if that's done too much anymore. Where a coach goes into a classroom and talks to the teacher and what's the character of this guy? Does he work hard in the classroom? Does he? And I'm pretty sure Coach Saban did that. And I know my guy Hudspeth, I know he did that because he came in my classroom many times talking to players that he was interested in recruiting, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if Kiffin does that.
Wow.
A lot of times, some coaches just look at completion percentage, you know how many yards per completion, interception ratios, blah blah blah, and all this other kind of stuff. Just look at numbers, but then part of the dynamic too is looking, studying people. And the best people can tell you in high school are teachers.
Yeah.